From the Bob Mills Weather Center, Oklahoma weather expert Stephen Nehrenz.
Some active weather brewing across eastern Oklahoma today. You know, we get in October, and this really can be our kind of second miniature severe weather season, kind of acting like it today. We've got our storm trackers out watching things, and we don't have anything severe yet, but you can see we've got development looking from our tower cameras and our storm trackers as well. And just keeping an eye at the sky this afternoon. Speaking of which, we've been watching all these cameras here, and I had this behind me before the last break. If you look closely enough, you can see, literally watch these clouds building right now. That's how turbulent the atmosphere is today and how strong the low-level winds are. You can literally watch these clouds build. If I just sat here for about 20-30 seconds, you could just see look right here, you can see these clouds just flying on by. Low-level flow is very strong, and these storms have plenty of instability to work with as we head into the afternoon. 77, dew point is 72, so you know the few days we had of that dry air in place, that's going to be back soon, but right now it's muggy out there for our Thursday afternoon. So here's what we have. We have two different areas of storm development. One's out ahead of the front, one's along the cold front. So this activity east of Tulsa, this is all well out ahead of the cold front. And again, none of this is severe right now. This is just heavy thunderstorm activity. Porter, Wagner, Fort Gibson Lake into northern Cherokee County. This is all lifting to the east-northeast. Have to watch out for some brief localized flooding because that's kind of training over the same locations and back in the areas that got a lot of rain this past weekend. Here in the Tulsa metro, we're kind of in between. That activity's to our east, but you can see we've got storms moving in from the west, and this is just along and just ahead of the actual cold front. So from Keystone Lake, Manford, Olive, Drumright, Shamrock. Once again, nothing severe for the time being, but there certainly will be some hail potential, some gusty wind potential as well. And this extends all the way up between Pawhuska and coming into Bartlesville right now. You'll have some heavy rain, some heavy downpours in the next 5 to 10 minutes. So there's the cold front. And again, anything out ahead of that, especially, we're going to have to watch pretty closely. If you're behind that front, your severe weather risk is already over. So as I showed you on that that storm zone a few minutes ago, Pawhuska, Pawnee, Stillwater, your severe weather chances are already done. You're behind the cold front. If you're out ahead of the front, you've still got that chance. Upper 70s, low 80s here. You can see 60s to the west, and as I showed you a few minutes ago, it's in the 50s and 40s in northwest Oklahoma. So as far as the arrival of that cold front, from about Bristow to the western edge of Tulsa County, Sand Springs, by about 1 o'clock or so, the front will be knocking on your door. Here in Tulsa proper, it'll probably be between 1 and 2 when that front pushes through. Again, when the front pushes through your area, your severe weather threat's pretty much done. But then you notice how it's going to take most of the afternoon for this to get all the way east, so that's why the severe storm chances continue to the east most of the day. Here's how Future View breaks this down. Notice, again, Tulsa's kind of right on the starting line, so to speak. So it wouldn't be surprised if we see storms really blossom right over Tulsa and then really intensify once they get off to the east. And again, it's going to be more of a damaging wind and hail threat, but the tornado threat's there. It's low, but it's not zero. 1 or 2 of these storms may have enough rotation to produce a brief spin up, so we're going to have to watch that very closely. Notice by this evening we get past sunset, and I think most of this is gone. It sweeps on off to the east. We might have some lingering showers tonight and tomorrow morning, but in general after that, it's just the cold air heading our way. Speaking of which, just breaking down the temperatures, look how we go here through the rest of the afternoon. Again, once the front pushes in, it's a steep 10 to 20 degree drop from, say, the low 80s to the low 60s. 50s back behind that. Again, warm and humid out ahead of the front, and then by this evening we drop like a rock, and tomorrow morning we're going to be upper 30s and low 40s. Wind chills could be in the upper 20s and low 30s to start our Friday with a cold north breeze. Highs only recover to the low 50s Friday afternoon. It's a huge change from today. And then look where we go Saturday morning, mid 30s in Tulsa. If you're north of Tulsa, there is a reasonable chance we might have a frost or even light freeze Saturday morning. Actually highs Saturday and Sunday look spectacular with sunshine, highs in the 60s and 70s. So great weather after that. But again, we've got some big time ups and downs to get through over the next 24 to 48 hours. Again, still watching that chance for severe storms this afternoon.